Tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio, dropping knowledge in the studio you already know.
Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio.
Yes, sir.
Back at it once again.
Oh, we at it? Oh, man, I forgot to. Oh, you know, Hakeem, you know time changed now. You freaking hitting me up. It's like 7 o'clock, and look.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it ain't even 7 o'clock. It's like 9 o'clock,
It's
bro.
9 o'clock by this time.
Oh, my gosh, man. Oh, man. You see what happened when time changed, bro? And look, we back at it again.
Tell me about it.
Boy, man. How was your week, man? How was your weekend, man? What's happening?
Man, the week has been is what it is. You know, we steady grinding, steady motion. You know, keeping ourselves from around these F boys.
That's the crazy thing. And you know what the funny thing is? Hakeem, a lot of people actually like the last previous podcast we did about should man express his emotion. And it was like very profound. Yeah, a lot of people actually liked it. They were like, wow, like a lot of men didn't know some of the qualities that a man should have when it comes to expressing their emotion.
And I'm happy that is, but I guess it's, you know, when you don't know no better, you do know better.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, the facts on that. So, I think we saw the Grammys. I don't know if you saw the Grammys. Did you see the Grammys?
I did see the Grammy. It was a hogwash. It was a hogwash of debauchery. You know what I mean?
You know, a lot of people might flag your channel for that.
They can.
You know what I'm saying? Because you say it was a hogwash.
It was a hogwash. It was a disgrace. But it was a disgrace. I don't know why people are getting so mad about it. The Grammys was garbage as hell. The performance was garbage as hell. You know what I mean?
So my question to you is the black woman the most disrespectful woman in hip hop?
100%.
After watching the Grammys?
100% she is. Huh?
Really?
100%.
Why do you say that?
I'm asking, we could just go down from history. I wonder why they call you B. I wonder why they call you B. I bet you. Black B, these H's, these Tatianas. When they say Tatiana, you don't think of an Asian woman.
Yeah. But my question is, are you just focused on hip hop alone, or also on R&B as well? Or just hip hop?
You see, R&B has no disrespect because they're not talking about blowing girls' backs out, running trains on them, calling them H's, garden tools, you know what I mean, stuff like that. R&B doesn't talk about. It's mainly hip hop, the culture that is controlling the world right now. So whenever you hear a rhyme and whenever you hear a dude say she eating up the D, he's talking about a black girl. He ain't talking about a girl from Ukraine, is she?
But the thing is, a lot of women might go in defense mode because they might say, no, we got that from the black man. The black man was disrespecting women. You got people like Public Enemy. You got people like, Wu-Tang. The list goes Tupac, Snoop Dogg, NWA. How they was already insulted black women and calling them that.
And let's be corrected because a lot of people might get Public Enemy and all them didn't disrespect the women, but Snoop Dogg and all them did. But here's the thing. We're coming into a time where we're getting older and we're starting to realizing things that we're doing wrong. And there's a narrative that's been promoted throughout hip hop. Now, mind you, we disrespect black women in music because it's easy. You feel me?
True that. That's a fact.
Thank you. And a lot of black women love it and they support it.
Right. Because the reason why they support it, because it's somewhere in their mind, they kind of think it's the truth. That they are living those type of lifestyles, so that's why they are supporting it. Because you won't support something if you don't live that type of lifestyle. You get what I'm saying?
No, definitely. It's gotten to the point where you have non-black women are disrespecting black women and black women who are doing alley-ups. Let's take WAP for an example.
Fact.
Wet, buttocks, the girl's private part. You feel me?
Right.
So here's the thing. If that's not one of the most disrespectful songs that can ever come out, that is promoted, that is written by a woman, and mind you, the only thing a person going to say, oh, we hating because it got over 34, 60 million songs. Now, mind you, we're grown men. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I never streamed the song full. I never streamed that song full.
Right. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. most of the people that liked the WAP was not only just women, it was men as well.
Oh yeah,
they loved it. It was very sexual. It was very. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was very sexual. It's very high. It's very.
Yeah, it is. You got.
So
it
wasn't like a turn on.
Yeah, you got a bunch of them goofy dudes who like that type of goofy stuff.
Then you might as well call me one of the goofy ones because I like.
Hey man, hey you my brother. You see, and mind you, I don't mind you. That I just have to sacrifice you. You know what I mean? Like, I got to put you over there with them.
Yeah, you know, because I don't want to be on the show and be like, but no, I didn't like it. I did like it. It was very high, it was very sexual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically.
Now if you ask me about the Grammys, that's a whole nother story.
Oh yeah,
but the video was very good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, we could tie the Grammys into this. The Grammys are the debacle. The Grammys disrespect black people in general.
Yeah, they do that.
You know what I mean? And black people still go up there hoping to get respected and get accepted by a bunch of people who don't care about you. When you should create your own Grammys. You feel me?
True.
And that's the issue with, you know what I mean? We had the Muslim boys on here, the Muhammad gang.
Yeah.
They always say do for self, build your own community, do that, but we don't do that. This is the reason. We do love to hurt and disrespect one another. You know what I mean? This is why
you make a good point. You make a lot of good points. No, but on the female aspect, I think female should have been more like Lauryn Hill, who also was in hip hop, but she had a more classy feel to her image.
Oh my God. And listen, she was the most classiest woman, but people don't want to talk about her.
True.
You know what I mean? And she was dark skinned. But by her being dark skinned and being very respectful about herself, people don't even take her seriously. They don't even mention. You don't even hear Erykah Badu name get talked about.
No, you do not. No.
What about Jill Scott, Vivian Green, Melanie Fiona, Lettuce, Chrisette Michelle, Jasmine Sullivan? These women are very good-looking, respectful women who dress and stuff. They don't get the amount of attention than the wet buttocks girl private part. You know what I mean?
That's true. And not only that, but these new women that's coming out now, even though Megan Thee Stallion is starting to rise up, people like her, you see they get more idolized because of the way they look and the way they know it's gonna sell to the black community. Because you get someone like Lauryn Hill, let's say we get somebody like right now, this prime time, which there is no one like in this prime time right now, in the image like Lauryn Hill, she will automatically be in the back burner, like at the back of the bus, because that's not going what's going to sell. No. The image is what's going to sell, which is the sexual of the black woman.
No, 100%. You know what I'm saying? And that's the situation with that. You know what I mean? You know, positive women don't sell, but let's be honest about something. Nobody's not gonna name no street after no Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh hell no, no.
You know what I'm trying to say? Michelle Obama might get a street on her name.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That lady's very respectful. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And she did her thing. You know what I mean? The Serena sisters will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Everything is based on perception. And the thing about it is, we need to hold black men accountable. I'm saying it.
Thank you for saying that. I think most men need to hear that. Because if they hear that they being held accountable, then they'll be able to do something. But most black men are not being held accountable. I agree with you.
Basically, those are the first guys who somewhat have a big hand into the situation with the automatic disrespect of black women in hip hop, which allow other people from other cultures to disrespect black women. When they reference them in their songs. And I'm gonna let people know from other races, it's not cool to disrespect black women. We will pull up on you.
Yeah.
There's no funny stuff. I'm not laughing. I'm not kikiing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm saying it's not cool. And I'm not supporting dudes who ain't doing that too. We pulling up on them. So with that being said, second, we got to blame black women. They have to have a percentage too, because let me tell you something. Like, how many times you've been in the car with a girl or you seen a car reciting a song you know is very derogatory towards black women?
Yeah, all the time.
Basically. And listen here, other women have more power. Other women have more power than black women in society. There's other black women in our culture who has more power than black Americans.
Yep. Preach.
You know what I'm saying? When the last time you ever hear somebody disrespect an Ethiopian girl on a rap record?
Never.
A Somalian?
Never.
A Nigerian?
Never.
A Ghanaian?
Never.
But you hear them talk about black American girls.
Yep.
You hear them
like you said, the reason why is because of the black man. Like we were saying, like you had people like Snoop Dogg.
Basically.
Even though I love Snoop Dogg music, but he did disrespect the black woman. So if we have people that because a lot of people do idolize Snoop Dogg and NWA. So and also Eazy-E, Bone Thugs, all those different type of artists. People and especially us because we grew up in the 90s. So those music was always played in our minds. So when we see a black woman, we are like, man, she trash anyway. So let's disrespect her.
Which is very unfortunate because at the end of the day, without them we have no us. Because let me tell you something, other cultures are not going to be more accepting like the black woman in our culture.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? With the stuff that they got to deal with, dealing with us, it's a obstacle. You know what I mean? That's why I say that, this is why I wanted to do this podcast about how, Queen, we acknowledge you. You are being disrespectful. And there's something we got to do about it.
Not only that, Hakeem, black women are the most consumers when it comes to music.
100%.
They don't want us buying the record. So all they have to do is buy the record, things will change.
Basically, they go to the shows, they buy the merch. You know what I mean?
They go to the concert.
Yeah, basically. Black men don't buy no merch.
No, we do not.
Black men
they're the most consumers. So that's where the money's going at. So if you want things to change, like the same thing when they were trying to say defund the police, they mean take the money out of the police department. The way you take the money out of the police department, each person in that community pull back their taxes, they tax dollars. It's the same concept when it comes to music. So if music is disrespecting these black women need to come together as a community and say, you know what? We're not buying your guys' records no more. Let's change it.
That's it. We're not supporting you. Oh, you called us a B and the H and stuff like that. Imagine this. I don't know if you remember. This was like maybe 10 years back when Puffy had said something about Asian women. You remember that?
Yeah.
And they made him went in public. They made him go in public and apologize.
Yep, preach.
You know what I'm saying?
But you see the power of the Asian community? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Black people, we have power, but we don't know how to utilize our power. We only come together when someone you see like a cop kill a black person. That's when we come together. But when it comes to stuff like music in our local community, it's like we won't come together. And that's why I get what you're saying. We do have the whole black man, also black woman accountable. You can't expect change if you don't want to put the effort for the change.
Basically, especially with the perception that we put up.
Especially music. Music is very powerful. You put something in your ear and you repeat it over and over and over again. What we always say is going to manifest itself.
Yeah.
We said that. You play something over and over and over again, it manifests itself. So black women now they say, "Oh, I'm a city girl. I'm a thought. I'm a BICCH." You know what I'm saying? All those things they tell themselves, "Oh, I slobber it all the way down. I eat this and I eat that and I eat." You get what I'm saying? So they're becoming that.
Yeah.
Like think about it, Hakeem. Remember back in the day, a lot of women was not in the strip club.
No.
Now you have more men at home and more women afterwards going to the strip club.
Man, we living in a dysfunctional place. You know what I mean?
But that's another podcast we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, you get what I'm saying? It's like it's all reversed now. It's because the black women are listening to this music and the guys are talking about the strip clubs and the black women like, hey, let me check it out. Let me see what they're talking about. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to support the music.
Basically, let me read that line that Puffy said. This was in 2001.
Go ahead.
He said, "Got Asian women that changed my linen. After I blazed and hid them." They shut that man down after that one line.
Mind you, I can't. That one line.
Why can't we shut dudes down when they start calling girls bees? Because we know you're talking about black women, or she eating it up in the back.
You know what I'm saying? There you go.
You know what I mean?
But you can't do that because they're gonna be like, no, we just expressing ourselves, and not only that, but we got that from the man. We got that from you guys. the black man, and which is true. They did.
Basically.
Because the black man is the leader. He's the head. So that's why they're saying that. Look, you did it. You say it's okay, so I'm doing it too. Now when I'm doing it, you can't get mad because you guys was doing it, and that's the biggest battle that's going on right now.
Let me tell you something. Most black men are hypocrites. A lot of y'all who listen to y'all hypocrites. Because you want to know why? You say one thing and you do the other thing. Then you juck and jive in front of the white boys, thinking like we don't know.
Facts.
You know, we don't hear and kiss. We here on this end, on the Chaos Culture Radio Show, we don't kiss no other races. But we're not built like that. You know, we just ain't gonna disrespect no other race. But y'all not gonna sit here and disrespect us, especially a lot of you coons and sambos who go around here and chuckle down like, yes, master, yes, master. You know what I mean? When you go out there and you put these records out and you disrespecting black women, talking about she eating up the D.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Or I'm hitting it from the back. I told her she can't have no more. You talking about a black American woman. I don't know what other woman you talking about. I know you're not talking about no woman from no Kazakhstan.
No, because they won't mention that. Because they know if they mention that, they're going to automatically get shut down. Let them mention a Jewish woman. Immediately shut down.
Nigga, the record label getting stripped down.
Thank you. Because they don't play. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They idolize their women in a certain aspect. And not only that, that's why a lot of black men notice that too. When they date out of their race, they see like they date a different woman. They see how she's raised differently. She's taught differently. They respect her differently. But when it comes to the black woman, they disrespect her. They're not listening to her.
It's just so easy.
It's all over. It's all over the place.
Babe, it's easy to disrespect somebody that look like you. Because you know that they ain't going to do nothing. We don't know what them white boys going to do. We go online and say something differently.
Facts.
You don't know what they capable of. We know what a nigga capable of. We know he ain't going to do a goddamn thing.
And not only that, I heard this from, I forgot the person I actually heard it for. Excuse me for forgetting that person. But they were saying that it's easy to market black people because they know the best way to get money is to assault a black person. That's the best way to get money. You want to get money? Assault a black person, especially the black woman.
Basically, we just put a song disrespecting black woman. She thick it. I put that ass over. She thick it.
And guess what? The records shoot to what? Number one.
Basically, shoot the one. Man, you remember back in the day, you used to be like, "Shine me up."
Exactly.
Shine me up. Shine me up. Oh, listen, look at Trick Daddy Fear Favorite. I figure use a garden tool, but you can't help it. Because being raised by a garden tool isn't helping. A material beat, gold dinger for the things it is. A real end never tell you ish. Born and raised in the mother effort projects, garden tool.
You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. So is it strange to see how black men have now become hypocrites? We critique the black woman, but we do the total opposite.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, them dudes is hypocrites. And then anybody else who wants to make a record disrespecting black women or assuming, you know what I mean, the perpetuation of the ideology or the representation of black women, you should get your face punched in.
I agree. We have to change. We have to do better.
We definitely, we got to do a lot better. So me and Ron being Chaos Culture Radio boys, we want to take accountability and make sure we're not doing nothing to disrespect black women.
Correct.
We want to hold other people accountable for it.
Right. I agree. On this platform, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to rebuild men and also help the woman. That's all it's about. Us helping each other. You know what I'm saying? Bring us to a place that we once was again. Unity. That's all.
That's all that really matters. And if you care about black people and you care about the perception of black people, and this is how you can make a change. You know what I mean? Speak up. You know what I mean? Have these dialogues, have these conversations. Be like, hey, I didn't like what you just did the other day. You feel me?
But at the end of the day, if that does happen, the music industry will change and record sales will go down because of the aspect of men saying, hey, we no longer doing this. Certain people ain't going to sell records anymore.
No, definitely.
So it might not change at all.
Yeah, they don't need to sell records. Because, as we get older, the demographics of what you need change differently. You feel me?
That's true, too. Correct.
So
that's true.
If you're not old enough to say that, hey, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I want to elevate myself. I don't want to do this and that. I don't want to disrespect black women. Then, hey, it's not going to work for you. But the thing about it is, if more black women would not give these dudes a chance, knowing that they disrespect them, we'll have a different outcome. You know what I mean? Take an example of a person like Kodak and the rest of these other new rappers they come in. They only come in and get nothing but light-skinned women and white girls.
Yeah, you see that? You notice that, right? I was trying to tell you. They ain't getting no black woman because they don't. I will tell you, like the black woman, they like the bottom feeders. They like second class. They don't be like, oh no, I don't want that. I want the white woman.
Man.
But they won't talk bad about that white woman. That's why I don't understand. But you'll quit to talk bad about your sister.
Talk bad about her, bring her down, tell her she look ugly, tell her she fat, try to sleep with her man.
Yeah, but these the same sisters later will twerk to the song.
Basically.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you is like it's hypocrite on both sides because they upset. They're like, oh, he insulted me, but then you the same woman that go and twerk to the song.
You see, I'm gonna mention something else, but that's a whole nother topic too. About you know what I mean, with the fact that the disrespect of the black woman, which also entitled to it with hip hop culture, the skimpiness that a lot of women wear. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Their butt cracks protruding out, their skirt. You know what I mean? The titties are flapping out. You know what I mean? It's just things like that. So I'm not trying to blame that 100% on women getting disrespected, but hip hop, we need to change. And then we need to start with black men. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, we need to start with black women.
And not only that, but also hip hop too is promoting now girls not wearing underwears. They promoting that heavy now. Women are not wearing underwear, and we're not, like you said, they're not even wearing bras no more.
Thank you.
Gucci Man, his wife, mind you, that's his wife. She was out there, like I think it was an award ceremony. It wasn't a Grammy. It was at the award ceremony. They took a picture, and I think you probably saw it too, Hakeem. It was Gucci Man, his wife, and John Jeezy and his future wife, and you can see the difference because she's Asian and the other one's black. The black woman, her clothes, like her whole body was showing, and that's something you supposed to wear in the bedroom. And the Asian woman, John Jeezy, fiance, she's not wearing like nice clothes, proper clothes, everything covered, and you can see the two different. Like they're trying to really destroy the black culture. Really is. They trying really hard, and I think it's an agenda too.
No, you're right. You're right. And this is why I say we got to be aware of this stuff, and we have to start breaking it down and peeling it back.
And now that Hakeem, they know people look at hip hop. They know everybody watch hip hop. Everybody for anything. People really analyze hip hop, especially with a black woman, especially now because you got the Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, you got the City Girls. We got on and on these different type of names. And now you also got new artists. I forgot the other artist. She's coming out too. She's actually from Miami. I think you probably know who I'm talking about. She's actually from Miami. She's signed under Trina. She's about to blow up as well. And it's the same image of the nasty type woman artist.
No, I agree with you 100%. And you know what I mean? My closing argument is this, man. I say, hey, people. Black people, rappers, poets, whoever is doing these music or these commentaries, and you have to involve black women. Just remember that when you make records like this, please don't forget look in the other room and who you writing the records about.
And my closing remark is, we need to get it together. We need to start holding each other accountable. Man has to be man, women has to be woman, and then not only that, but at the end of the day, men, women looking to you for leadership. You're not doing your leadership role. As you can see, women starting to strayed away. And that being said, Hakeem, KR Coastal Radio.
And we out.
Peace.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.